Hey yo, what is going on guys? Cash and Clean here, and for today's video I just wanted to talk about how you guys can farm yourself some Starfire Dragon egg fragments. Now if you're here trying to get the dragon just by farming these fragments, your best bet is just going to use a dragon effigy, as I'm sure you guys heard from other videos, maybe other people, or you can find someone with a golden dragon egg for the Starfire Dragon. Because getting all 100 of the Starfire Dragon egg fragments is going to take you way too long. It's definitely not worth the grind. You can definitely collect the fragments, but getting to 100 is going to be a little bit tricky. I've been playing Trove on PC since 2019, and that's how many fragments I've gotten. And there was one time where the devs did mess up. I think this was right when Delves first came out, so basically they just made it so farming the Starfire Dragon egg fragments and Binding of Darkness were really easy in Delves, so you can get a bunch of those. So I'm just gonna say that 20 to 30 of these fragments was just the devs messing up, because they eventually did fix that, so I guess it wasn't really intended for the game. And I'm still not even at 100 fragments. So like I said, if you're trying to get the dragon, just go ahead and effigy it, maybe buy the golden dragon egg. If you're not sure how to get the effigy, I know that you get one at mastery 250, so right over here. But a lot of people that end up getting this dragon effigy just end up using it right away. If you haven't reached that mastery, just don't use it just yet. But if you have, then I understand, because I also did the same thing. I just used it right away. I feel like you should get this thing a lot later, just because when I was playing the game around this time, I definitely didn't have enough knowledge of the game. I feel like this should be like an accomplishment of reaching to 500 Trove Mastery, just because after that everything is kind of useless, and 500 is just like that milestone goal. But I don't know, that's just me. Otherwise is from the store. So at the moment we have the boosted weekly gem deal, and I'm not sure if it's next week or the week after, but once a month we're gonna get the dragon effigy deal, basically the dragon deal. You get one dragon effigy as well as some pouches you can sell for flux, and then some dragon coins to go along with it. And that's usually around the time where credit pouches go up in price, but that is one way to get the dragon effigy. The other way is from credits. I can't remember which one. I'm pretty sure if you just hover over the eye, it'll tell you. But I'm pretty sure there was a way to get them from the credits if you just buy them. I probably did this like a super long time ago, so I definitely don't have it right now. But maybe you guys do. You can check there. I don't remember which exact one it was. And then the only other way that I can think of, apart from the devs messing up, sometimes they gift you a dragon effigy, is this jam pack over here. And if other methods do come out, I will let you guys know. But the idea is you get the dragon effigy, you go for all the other easy dragons, get all that stuff out of the way, and then once you have the hard dragons left, then you can start using the dragon effigies, like the Starfire Dragon. And the other reason why you might need the fragments is because of the costumes that just came out. So if we go over here to the Chaotic Combinator, go over to costumes, go to this costume over here, you need 3 Starfire Dragon egg fragments, which don't ask me why they did this, but they did this. This just goes to show that the devs just don't play their game. It's such a random thing to put for a costume, but it is what it is, I guess. And then if we go to this Shadow Hunter costume here, so that was the Lunar Lancer costume, and then the Shadow Hunter costume also requires 3, so you need 6 total. Now 6 does seem like a little amount, but the fact that these things are incredibly rare just makes things all a lot more worse. There's also another costume that required a fragment, but that one was pretty easy to get. But as far as how things go now, so far you just need the fragments for either the dragon or these costumes. So if you're watching from the future and you need it for something else, then maybe this video can help, but we'll see. And if there is a better method of farming these things, I will let you guys know. But I'm going to go over the methods of how to farm this thing. Alright, so I came over here to U6 because the one way of getting them is from world bosses. So here we have a world boss. You can tell because they're bigger than the other bosses, and they're just kind of out here in the wild. And as you can see, there's another one over there. So it's pretty efficient to farm them here. You can maybe try to get a fragment here, but like I said, this thing is like incredibly rare. Like, the odds of you getting this thing, I don't even know what the odds are, but it's ridiculously low. I just fought 3 there, didn't get one. I don't really expect to. Fridays won't really help you too much, even though it's Dragon Day. And then obviously with the patron as well. But you can come to U6, you can see if you can get lucky from world bosses. And while you're farming dungeons, maybe you can, I don't know, maybe you can go to Geo Topside, do some farming over there, hit some world bosses, see if you can get lucky. You can do this anywhere as long as it's a world boss, and just maybe you'll get lucky enough to get 1 fragment, but it is incredibly rare. The other method is here in Delves. Now I've never gotten one from actually fighting enemies in the Delve, but when you open the shadowy vault at the end of the delve, so every 3rd depth, you have to open up the vault with the key, and if you're lucky enough, you will get a drop for a Starfire Dragon fragment. Now, I feel like this is going to be the best way, because I feel like I've gotten most of my fragments from delves, specifically from the vaults. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be super fast or anything, but I do get them more often from delves than anywhere else. Now, for the last method, there is one more thing you can do. I've never gotten one from here, but I've heard other people that have gotten them from here. But like I said, it's just incredibly rare to get these things. If you can find a club, or maybe you have one yourself with a mysterious portal, they don't make these anymore, so you can't really craft it, but some people do have these. They kept them from a long time ago. It basically just looks like the Shores of Everdark, but it's a little bit different. It's a different area. Now, I'm currently on PC, and I joined the club called Estrogen. And if you do have a club on console, PlayStation, Switch, or maybe even on PC, you can drop it down in the comments down below just to help out anyone else that wants to farm these things. I can't really remember which specific PC clubs have this, but I know Estrogen does. I'm pretty sure Sayushi also has it in Team Pixel, but I don't know where that portal is, so I'm just going to show you this one. So we'll go here in Uber 7. Basically, a lot of the enemies in here will be world bosses, so we have an enemy over here. We fight them, see if we can get lucky, and you kind of just go around this entire area, and you have to see if you can get lucky to get a drop. And like I said, it's just incredibly rare trying to get these things. They don't even drop anything, so farming in here really isn't the best way to go in my opinion. But you know, if you want to give it a try, you can go for it, but there isn't really a whole lot to do here. There is some like little enemies, but they don't do anything. You want to try to find the big ones, and at the moment I have like a boss mod to tell me where the enemies are, so if you want to check out my latest mods video, you can do that. I'll have a link for that in the description, so you can check it out in the description down below. It looks like that one dropped some gear, but it looks like it's very uncommon for them to drop some gear. And I'll just fight a couple more, see if anything happens. And it does not look like it. There we go. So that's gonna be all the ways to farm the fragments. And like I said, super rare. If you do try to farm this thing for the actual dragon, good luck. And if you're trying to get the costume, trying to get 6, it does seem like a little, but I really hope you guys can get it. It's super annoying. I don't know why they made it so that you have to get that dragon egg fragment specifically. Maybe they just want to prolong the game a little bit so you have like extra things to farm for, but I really have no idea. If there is alternate methods in the future, I will let you guys know. I have tried doing random things like trying to loot collect a golden dragon egg or doing some random stuff, but it doesn't seem like I can find anything specific to getting those fragments. But if anything does happen, I'll let you guys know. And on that note, thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, and I will talk to you all later.